Welcome to Thursday, August 29, Vlogust episode 20. Yeah, episode 20 of Vlogust. It's been quite a busy morning here, but I really wanted to come, open the camera and chat with you a little bit and also update you with a special celebration kind of thing. And on my way here, I thought, will I share the list of things that I did this morning? So I made a new batch of kefir, fed my sourdough starter to, get ready for my weekend baking, made a huge tidy up in the house and some bit of cleaning in the kitchen, and now my new body cleaner is, working hard, vacuuming and mopping the floor. The kids are back to school on Sunday, so we had not a lot, but we have some special arrangements to do, before they are back to school. I already been to the shop today and we have all the leafy greens that we will need for the week ahead. This will be a back to school week. They will be back to school on Sunday, so sandwiches and everything that we need for the school routine days. The second laundry machine is in the work. We will need to stop the beeping in a few minutes. But yeah, everything is now organized. I'm waiting for my new body robot to finish cleaning the floor, and then I will put everything back to place and we'll go to the kitchen. But I really wanted to come here and update you that I want to celebrate these 10,000 subscribers here on my YouTube channel. This is completely mind-blowing for me, for all of us here. And I really wanted to celebrate it and really wanted to give back something. So this morning, Eyal and I, we updated both my Etsy and Ravelry shops with 20% off on all my patterns. And it will be available, no code needed. The price is already updated. So it's already, you will see it after the 20% off taken of the original price, and it will be available until the end of the weekend. So yeah, we will have a little pattern sale, 20% off pattern sale on the patterns during the weekend to celebrate the 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And yeah, I really want to say a huge thank you, and this is the only way I can do it. It's really mind-blowing. I'm very, very excited and very thankful for you, having you here with me. And I was making quite a lot of thinking about how will I, move on after this Vlogust ends, and talked about it with Eyal and talked about it with friends and with the makers, weekly makers, but I think I will not be able to do these daily vlogs for a long time. It's quite a time-consuming work, although I think I become better and better in doing them in terms of editing and all of this stuff, which is really time-consuming. But I find it very enjoyable for me and very suitable for me. So I really like this format of vlogging, to share my daily routines along with my making. So for me, it's more comfortable than just be here, sit and show all and share all my projects. Also because I don't feel very good with my English, and I can be really easily carried away. And these parts, these segments where when I sit and open to you in the camera, I get carried away and I talk a lot more than I was originally planned to talk, and they become very long segments. So, and I feel more comfortable to share a lot more than only my knitting and crochet making projects, and to share, you know, my cooking and my love for slow living and love for homemaking. So I think the vlogging format will be the format that I will stick with, but I will not be able to upload a video, you know, like daily vlogs. Maybe I will vlog daily, but you know, the entire day, but not every day, and not so often as I did on Vlogust. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed this Vlogust thing. It is time consuming, but I really enjoyed it. And this is something that I'm very proud to say I'm sticking with it. For the moment I started this crochet objet thing, I really stick with the things that only the things that I love, and only the things that brings me joy. And this is kind of like a rule. Of course, like in any other business, you have things that you have to do that you less enjoy, but it's mostly about things that I love to do, that I enjoy. And thanks God, and also thanks to you that you follow me here and you watch my videos, that I am allowed to do things that I love to do. And so, you see, I'm getting carried away. Bottom line, I will stick with those vlogging format. I will share my simple daily life, and this is the thing that I will do after Vlogust. We are coming to the end of August. This is episode 20, and I guess there will be a weekend episode, but of course I cannot promise. I always go with whatever suits my day and my family routine and daily tasks, and if things will go as I want them, I will also upload a weekend video, but I cannot promise that. So this might be the last vlog, the last Vlogust episode. But anyways, for today, I feel like I already achieved quite a lot for today, and I also really wanted to come here and update you with this 20% pattern sale celebration. So I feel like I made quite a lot for today. But I also wanted to share a new pair of Scrappy socks that I couldn't hold myself, and I cast on this morning a new pair of Scrappy socks. And I am going to, my goal with this pair is to make them using only scraps, and mainly the ones that I don't think I will be using anymore, or a lot more, in my coziest memory blanket. So I want to use scraps. I'm not sure I did, like, I always need to have a pair of socks in the go, because this is the thing that I can, you know, it's most comfortable to take with me out and about, is a pair of socks. Scrappy socks is a little bit different because you have to carry a lot more yarn, you know, like small balls and small scraps of yarn to be able to knit on the go, in the car, or something like that. But and also so I really want them to be a true Scrappy socks, and I don't want them to match. But I have to really, really be very mindful of the things that I cast on, because I really have a lot of work to do, and I have a lot of design developments to do, towards the retreat on June with mYak fibers in the Dolomites in Italy. I will have to be ready with 2 patterns for the retreat participants, and also with 2 workshops. I have the general line for all of these, and also a little bit more than the general line. In 2 designs I'm getting like I'm on my way. It's not the beginning of the design process, but I still have a long way to go, and I have to put time on it. And whenever I have some stockinette stitch or garter stitch or simple crochet, double crochet stitch project to work on, I get like magnetized to this project, and it's very easy for me to grab it and work on it instead of taking my new design developments and to work on. And also my testers on the granny stripe shawl are doing a great job. You can see I from time to time I share a story on my Instagram. When they share their progress and tag me, I can share their progress on my stories. And they do quite a good, excellent job testing my pattern. And whenever this will be ready, I want to publish the granny stripe shawl, as soon as I can. So this is also something that I need to keep time to, so I really have to hold my horses not to cast on too many new projects. Yeah. Do you feel the same sometimes, that you have too much too many projects? And so I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but sometimes you have to be more mindful about the projects that you cast on, and to think to think of the time that it will require from you. But anyway, socks I always want to have. I really enjoy to have socks, and I feel like I always need to have socks on the go. So I cast on this morning. To be honest, I will not have labels of everything that I cast on, but I think this is a Regia sock wool leftovers that I have in my coziest memory blanket project bag. So I cast on 63 stitches on a 2mm needle. This is my go-to needle. It's a Shorties 9-inch long short circular needles by Chiagu, and this is my go-to needles for socks knitting. And I started to knit a rib knit to purl 1. I made 15 rounds of knit to purl 1, and on the last round I add 1 stitch, and then, so this is something that I learned from the beautiful book by Summerly Knits, the project socks, the sock project. And then after I finish the cuff, I follow my own vanilla sock pattern. I have a pattern written in English, but I have in Hebrew, sorry. I have a full tutorial of how I knit my vanilla socks shared here on YouTube. It's in Hebrew, but you can, activate the subtitles. I'm thinking if there were in your comments, there were, questions that I can answer right away. One of you said if I can share how I make the schnitzels. Why I jump from one subject to another? Let's finish with the socks and then I'll go to this. Anyways, these are the socks that I started to knit. Love them already. In love. I know they will keep me in a good mood because they are going to be very colorful. And I keep them here in this project bag that Yael from the Knit Night Makers, a Knit Night Maker made for us. It was, I think, the first batch of project bags that she made. We purchased the fabrics together and chose the zippers together, and she made a few project bags for us. These ones she made, these ones are softer and made to be tucked in a bag when you go out and about. I will leave a link to her Instagram here, Instagram account, so you can contact her. So this project lives in this project bag. And regarding the schnitzels, I'm going to make a new batch of schnitzels today because yesterday the boys ate pizza. So we still have a batch of schnitzels to make. I will make them today and will share how I make them. It's the most simple thing to do. You only have to make sure you have a thin sliced, can you hear my washing machine? A thin sliced chicken breast. This is the part of the chicken that you make schnitzel from. You can make it also from cow meat, but we usually make them from chicken meat. So yeah, I had to turn off the camera. Tomer was texting me and needed my attention, but I'm back. And I was just about to tell you that I will take you along into the kitchen today with me. We will make a Swiss chard and courgette frittata. I found zucchini in the fridge that I want to use today. I also soaked some walnuts in water. They will stay there on the counter soaking in water for at least 2 hours until I'm done with the schnitzels, and then I will pop them into the Ninja for a 6-hour program, dehydration program. But first I will do the schnitzels. It's very simple to do the schnitzels in the air fryer, and the boys really like it. And yeah, and after my robot cleaner will finish his work, I will put everything back in place. And you know, a few of you asked about this robot cleaner. We have the Roborock company, Roborock. I will leave it on the screen here. We only have it for 2 weeks, so it's not that we can recommend others to purchase it, but so far so good. And we have the one that is vacuuming and also mopping the floor, so it can vacuum the floor and also mop it. So this is the one that we have. But yeah, I think before I go out to the kitchen, I will allow myself a few minutes to read throughout your lovely comments and maybe knit a few rounds on my new Scrappy socks. And by the way, I knitted from the first color. I knitted 8 rounds, and I did the jogless stripe on the second round that I knit. So it's a very easy method to do in order to prevent a jog while you change stripes, you change colors. So for the first color I made 8 rounds, and I might stick with 8 rounds, or maybe not. I will decide as I go, but I will for sure share it with you here. Anyways, I really hope you will enjoy the little pattern sale celebration. You will enjoy the 20% off on all of my patterns. I will link both Etsy and Ravelry stores down below in the description box for you. And I really hope you will make the most of it. It will be available through the entire weekend, so until Sunday midnight Eastern time. So yeah, I will sit and knit here for a little bit, and then I will take you out to the kitchen with me. I'm starting with a frittata. I've sliced the zucchini and I'm going to let it soften on the stovetop in some tallow. Then I will chop the blanched chard and add it on top. We planted some leftover spring onions about a year ago, and they have grown into this huge spring onion in our herb window garden. I think I'm going to add it on top of today's frittata. I'm adding the eggs and salt and let it cook on the stovetop before I pop it into a preheated oven. I'm putting my homemade breadcrumbs on a plate. I don't think I have enough of them, so I'm mixing them with some store-bought ones. I'm using thinly sliced chicken breast that I have marinated in mustard, eggs, salt, and a little bit of paprika. Now I will coat the chicken in the breadcrumbs, making sure they are fully covered and ready to go into the air fryer when the boys are ready for lunch. My sourdough starter looks pretty bubbly and active now, and I think I can start making the dough. For today's dough, I add 300 milligrams of water with about 60 or 70 grams of active starter. I will let it mix and then I will add 150 grams of whole grain flour, bread flour, and then 150 grams of white bread flour. To this I will add 60 grams of whole rye flour and 30 grams of oat flour. So it's a total of 390 grams flours. And now I refeed my starter and preparing 9 grams of salt that I will add to the dough later. I'm covering the dough and let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes to develop the gluten net. The air fryer is ready and I can start making the schnitzels. It will only need about 2 minutes on each side, but I will start cleaning the mess here. The boys will have schnitzel and pasta and a fresh lettuce salad for lunch today. The frittata looks delicious. I can't wait to give it a taste, and I'm sure Eyal will enjoy it when he comes home. Lunch is ready and I can now transfer the dough into a glass jar and start the stretching and folding session. I have a full video where I share how I make my sourdough from start to finish, shared here on my YouTube channel. I will leave a link to it down below in the description box for you. I'm heading to my craft room now to start editing this vlog, but the most important thing for me now is not to forget about the dough on the counter. It will need my attention every 20 or 30 minutes, especially since it can be over fermented pretty quickly in this hot weather. You guys, my lunch today is simply delicious. I'm taking some kefir and coconut balls with me to my craft room to keep me company while I edit this vlog. I hope you will take advantage of my 20% off pattern sale in celebration of reaching the 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me and spending the day with me today.